When I started online, which was around 5 years back now, that time it was people were still, I feel, not so open to online consultations as compared to now. Like everything is like people are, I think, more open to the idea of online. They don't shy away from taking up nutrition programs now.
How important do you think is the fixation with the weight scale?
A dietitian is someone who's more into dietetics. Like I said, they do actual diet planning. Like if you come to me, I can plan a diet for you. Not just not just weight loss and muscle gain and all of that. Like I said, more in hospital setup. There's also critical care involved in that, where we plan RT feeds. That is tube feeding. Then we have jejunostomy feeds, where the food is directly put in through the intestine.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the MADtherapy Sessions podcast. In today's 8th episode, we have Mehvish Kazi. She's the founder of NutrieVibe, an online nutrition clinic. She's completed her graduation in foods, nutrition and dietetics, followed by a Post Graduation Diploma in the same. She's a registered dietitian in India and also a certified diabetes educator. So what is NutriVibe by Mehvish?
Okay, so Nutrivibe is basically, I would say it's like a preventive healthcare system. Okay, where we most of the clients that we get, and our target clients also are people who are youngsters and middle-aged adults who want to improve their health. Not because they have already fallen sick or they have some disease condition, so they come to us that help us out. But most of our target audience now is people who are fit and fine, but they want to improve their health in such a way that you can prevent. Because I think today the youngsters are a lot more aware about what is happening and why you should stay fit and why you should be healthy and why you should eat healthy. That mindset has changed a lot, I think, in the youngsters today compared to, I would say, 10 years back. And also I think it's important because a lot of diseases that used to happen to like 40 plus and 50 plus people is happening to 25 and 30-year-olds now. So I think it's very essential that people pay attention to their health at this age, between the age of 20 to 40, where you can actually build your I would say you can build your health gradually. You don't have to wait for pre-diabetes to set in, for blood pressure to set in, which is actually happening in a lot of adults, young adults now. Like between the age of 25 and 35. I actually get clients now who have high blood pressure, which is I wouldn't just put it off. Like it's not a small thing. If you start with blood pressure medication at this age, it's a lifetime medication. So prevention is will actually take you a long way. Like if you are supposed to you feel that there are some conditions which set in with age, like diabetes, cardiac conditions and all of that, which used to happen for people 60 years and above. Right now it's 40 years and above, and even pre-diabetes, which was happening to 45 plus adults, which happens to 20 and 30-year-olds right now. It's become very common. It's not just the lifestyle, but also a lot of stress and the food they eat, no physical activity. There are so many factors that are affecting. So I feel we at NutriVibe actually aim at the youngsters that give importance to your health now, so that when you get to a particular age, you can at least delay those diseases that will eventually set in. Like after a certain point, there are certain things and changes that happen in the body. But if you pay attention, you don't have to go all out, with food and diet and exercise and everything. But small changes will actually take you a long way. So I think that's what we work at NutriVibe, that pay attention to your health now. So in the long run, it'll definitely be much more easy for you to manage your life.
So what's the backstory? If I'm not wrong, you started this in 2018, right?
Yes.
So how did it start? Like, what led you to starting NutriVibe?
So initially, I used to work with hospitals.
Okay.
So I was more into therapeutic diet planning and disease management and all of that. So when I completed my education, I actually started with like I said, therapeutic and disease management.
Okay.
And I spent quite a few years working in the hospital, and that is very different from what we are doing right now. So after I got married, I actually took like a small break. I had a break because I got married, then I had my kids and all of that. And then I felt the need that I had to now, get back because the gap was getting too long and I didn't want to, though I was not really out of touch, I would say, with my
You're still
work.
doing it, but
Yeah, I was still constantly in touch because I used to read up a lot. I even used to do a few consultations, over the phone and all of that, even when I was not actually working. So that's when I thought that, why don't I just start online? So this was like, I would say, 5 years back now.
Okay.
I'm going to complete 5 years now.
Wow.
So that's when I started. I'm like, let me, give it a try and see. Though I didn't want to go back to working, a proper like 8-hour job or something like that. It's not something I missed. I just wanted to, start on my own. And that's when NutriVibe came to my mind. And I was like, I didn't think too much. I just started off. I was like, I'll see how it goes.
Okay.
And then I started posting on Instagram. That's where I actually started.
Okay.
And that was the platform where I actually announced that I'm, officially going to be taking clients online. And you don't have to meet me. You don't have to, come here, take appointments and all of that. It's just going to be, it's very convenient actually, because, at your time and pace, you can, do a proper assessment of your lifestyle, get your habits corrected. There are certain things you can eliminate from your lifestyle, certain things you can add. So it actually started like that, and it got very convenient, not just for me, but also a lot of clients who I started. Surprisingly, I got clients pretty fast.
I was going to ask you
once I
that. Like, how
started.
was the initial feedback?
Yeah, so initial feedback was actually very good, and it was actually very motivating for me because I did not start with anything in mind, like I did not have any targets or any kind of expectation. So maybe that kind of helped. And then when I started getting clients and I started seeing them, benefiting from the programs that I planned for them. So it was obviously motivating for me, and I was like, maybe I can try to improve on how I am doing it. And I actually took a lot of feedback also from them and suggestions, and how it would be more helpful to improve our services. And so that's how it all began. And so far so good. Like, though we just started with diet counseling. That's how I started initially. But then after that, there were a lot of more opportunities that came, which I was actually not prepared for. But a lot of things that came my way, which was actually surprising and in a good way. So I started doing content writing, where it was food and health related blogs.
Okay, so basically writing blogs.
Yes, for a particular website.
Okay.
Then they also wanted me to start with, give them some healthy recipes. So then I started curating recipes for them exclusively for particular websites. And that was something out of my comfort zone because I was not really into, curating recipes and even, formulating them and taking pictures and uploading for that particular website. So it was something new to me, but it came in very easily for me, and I kind of really started enjoying all the opportunities I was getting. So apart from diet planning, I started content writing, I started recipe development. Then after that, I got a few, where we get, some small businesses want to come up with new food products. New food products, but they want to also get it nutritionally balanced so that they can get it across in a better way to their customers,
like approved and marketed by a proper
yes. So maybe like a product, you formulate the product for them. For example, they wanted to have a health product for their customers. So I mean, sometimes they think it's healthy, but then they need a nutritionist to approve whether it's actually what they are thinking and what we feel are on the same lines,
Okay,
you know.
understood.
So so then I started suggesting like changes in their food products and all of that. So that was another area which I never thought I would get into with online work, but it actually came in very easily. Then after that, again, then I got another health brand which wanted suggestions on how to get their products in a better way to their consumers, like relevant topics that will help promote their product,
Okay.
but in a very educative and from a nutritionist point of view. So I started writing for them as well, not promoting their product as such, but just getting the right information out to the customers and to their clients, so that they know what product they are buying and why they should be buying it, or how it's going to be beneficial for them. So these are a few areas which I never thought I would touch up on, but it just came in gradually, and so far so good. Like, things have been going well, and diet consultation is also going on. Like, in fact, with the pandemic, people have been, like, now it's going to be 2 years.
Yeah.
So when I started online, which was around 5 years back now, that time it was people were still, I feel, not so open to online consultations as compared to now. Like, everything is like, people are, I think, more open to the idea of online. They don't shy away from taking up nutrition programs now. Like, initially, like, they were I had to, like, put it out across very nicely to them that this is how we are going to work. This is through emails, we are going to be taking your assessment, then we'll have video calls, then we'll have follow-up calls. Like, I had to explain everything initially. But now people, I think, because everything is online, people are working from home and everything, so they've understood the concept. So it's a lot easier for them also to come to me, and they don't have that two thoughts in their mind, like, will it work, will it not work. They are more open to online consultations now. So it has been actually going pretty good, by the grace of God, I would say.
Because my next question was exactly that. Like, how was the pandemic situation for the nutrition industry? I mean, did it benefit you guys? Did it affect you guys in a bad way or anything like that?
I think for me personally, yeah, it was good actually. Because everybody was home, and initially, like, everyone was cooking for themselves and all of that. And then after a point, everyone realized that, oh, we are eating too much, we are not really working out, we are just making fancy food, because with social media and the recipes that come up, everybody wanted to try everything. So I think after a point, people were like, okay, now I want to eat something healthy. Now, maybe I should not have so much of dessert. Maybe now I should, get a little more health and fitness into my lifestyle. So I think it has been, I would say, positive for me, and I think a lot of other people from the nutrition industry, that a lot of youngsters are, like I said, they have given importance to their diet and exercise. They have seen, within 1 year of the pandemic, they have actually seen how their body has changed, how their lifestyle has changed, and how it's actually affected them. So I think that's kind of, a realization that has set in amongst a lot of people, that we can work on our lifestyle, we can work on our nutrition, and we can get better, slowly and gradually. And that's how actually we really stress on that, go slow and steady in your diet. Go slow and steady in your fitness journey. Make small changes. It's really not so tough, Like, people get so overwhelmed when they see so many things online, and people showing that
there's too much information right now.
Yeah, there's too much, and sometimes they feel that, oh my God, I cannot even do half of this.
Yeah, it feels overwhelming to them.
Yeah, so I mean, we have to, like, actually explain to them that it's really not so tough. It's very easy if you take one step at a time. And I think that's where we come into the picture, because a lot of people know everything. They feel they know a lot of things, but they're not able to execute it in their life.
Understood.
Like, you may know that, okay, this is good for me, this is not good for me, but you don't actually practically follow it till you have someone guiding you. You are accountable, to me, that, okay, no, I had this, or I didn't have to do this, but I did it. So it kind of helps a lot of people when they come to us, take up nutrition programs, even if it's for a short period, for a 1 month program or a 2 months program, they actually benefit out of it. Like, I would say, almost, I mean, I don't want to like brag, but
Yeah.
A lot of people, most of the people have come out of it positively. They have learned so much about their own diet, their own life, and how you can just change little bit and see improvement in your life. So it's actually been good, for a lot of people, not just me, but even a lot of clients who have taken up programs in the last, I would say, 1.5 year. It's actually been good. So yeah.
That's great. Also, you have started your own health store. So why did you feel the need to start your own store?
Yeah, so actually, it's a very funny story because one of my sisters, Zara, she has her own baking studio, One More Bite,
Yeah.
and she makes these amazing cakes and baked products. And I mean, we all love everything she makes.
True.
So she has actually a large clientele already, and she was the one who used to, sometimes she used to get requests about, someone wanted a healthy dessert or a healthy cake, or something healthy, didn't want sugar, didn't want refined flours or maida in their products. So like, it started off like that. So she used to call me and ask me, like, what can I use instead, and stuff like that. So then she came up with this idea that why don't we start like a healthy menu
Okay.
as well, with healthy desserts as part of her program.
Catalog, yeah.
Yeah, as part of her menu.
Okay.
So like, every time we used to meet, we used to try new recipes and all of that, basically for her. Okay. So but the thing was that she was so busy. I mean, she still is with her regular cakes and customizations and everything, that she really didn't have the time to, give that amount of time and effort to get into this healthy menu planning,
Yeah.
for her page. So then eventually I was like, since I had already, like, tried a lot of recipes and seen some of them turned out really good, with a few changes here and there, healthy substitutes compared to the regular things that we use in baking. So after a lot of trial and testing, I was like, why don't I only start it off and let's see how it goes. So it's just last month, in fact, that we've introduced this Nutrivibe health store, where we have started with a small range of healthy granolas, which are, I would say, very different from the normal granolas that we get in the market.
In what sense? Like, are they different from
In what sense? Firstly, not just taste wise, obviously, because something that is made in small batches with fresh ingredients is going to be very different from something that is made in a food industry, in bulk proportion and all of that. So that is, taste is the one major difference that is definitely going to be there. Then apart from that, because it's in small batches and because of a lot of trial and everything, where we have tried to keep it very well balanced. For example, the granolas are not totally carb loaded like the regular ones that we have. They are not very sweet compared to the packaged ones that we get. We don't use any preservatives or any additional or artificial or even natural flavorings, to improve the flavor. So it's very simple, basic ingredients that we use, and we can really assure all the clients of, quality and health and, taste all in one. So and a lot of reviews that we've got have also been positive.
Yeah.
So it's been a good start. And we've also started with like healthy brownies, and we just introduced a ragi and dark chocolate cake with strawberries or without strawberry, like whatever is in season. We've gradually introduced one product,
and it's picking up
so so that people don't get bombarded with so many products and then they don't know what to try. So we've been trying to introduce gradually so people can make changes, try out new products.
Okay.
And in fact, it's very it's a lot easier now, because with small changes in the ingredients, you can actually make a dessert so much more wholesome, and it's great. I mean, everybody can have it in the family, from the adults to the youngsters. It's actually something I would really want people to look into, because a lot of people have this mindset, like dessert, like how can it be healthy?
Okay, true. Understand.
Right?
Yeah.
But they don't. We are working really hard to change that mindset. That healthy just doesn't, because a lot of people equate healthy to calories.
Okay.
If something is low calorie, that means it's healthy. But what we are trying to say is that even if a dessert is healthy, like if I'm saying my dessert that I'm presenting to you is healthy, I'm not saying it's low calorie. Okay? It's still high calorie and it's still a dessert, and it still should be eaten in moderation. I mean, it's not something you should go, oh, it's healthy, so just let me, gorge on it. Yeah. But it has good ingredients. So like if you compare a normal cake or a brownie to a brownie that I make, for example. Okay, now I would say that simple brownie that you buy from a bakery shop, would be, I would say, like empty calories.
Okay.
You're loading yourself with calories, but you're not really getting nutrients out of it.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
you're understanding? There's a lot of difference between the two. Like nutrient dense is something that people don't give importance to. But if you eat a brownie, which we have made at the NutriVibe store, because of the ingredients that we use, for example, we don't use refined flours, we don't use maida, we use almonds as our base. Okay, so you're getting all the nutrition you need from almonds, okay, because that's our base. We use a very good quality couverture chocolate. We don't use the normal regular chocolate that most I would say bakeries use. They are those very not so good quality chocolates, which I don't blame them. This is not to downgrade anyone, but they don't know the difference in the ingredients of a normal couverture good quality chocolate and a regular baking chocolate that people use. There's a lot of difference in the ingredients as well. So the chocolate that we use, the flours that we use, even the sweeteners that we use, we don't use white sugar. We use substitutes, like depending on what the client wants actually. We use jaggery.
So it's basically customized to your clients.
Yes, we use jaggery, we use coconut sugar as a sweetener, we use honey. Now we are also coming up with desserts that are going to be completely devoid of sugars, as in no form of sugar. We are going to be naturally sweetening it with dates. Sometimes it sounds very, like people don't want to try. They'll be like, oh my God, how is it going to be? But trust me, because we are so used to eating good cakes and cookies and all the time. So after a lot of trying and testing and, not just in health, we give a lot of importance to taste as well, because all the tasting used to happen with my husband and my kids, so they were like very critical of their views on what they were eating. So I think I can really assure people that apart from health, it's also going to be good in taste. So I would really want people to like come forward and give importance to even healthy desserts. If they want to try, they want to have something, they want to call something for their kids, for the evening, they want to have some cake. Why should you not call for a healthy cake?
But see, that's the thing. When you say healthy, it automatically means something which is less desirable, or something which may not be that tasty.
Yes.
Or people are scared. Just they hear the term
Yeah,
healthy
they
and
think healthy, so oh my god, it's not going to be tasty at all.
Yeah.
That's the mindset that I think most people have.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of times where I have made something and I give people to taste. I don't tell them what I have put into it. I always tell after they have eaten and
Okay.
after they have given the review that, oh, you know what, this did not have this. Oh, you know what, I substituted this with. Did you find the difference? And they don't find the difference,
Yeah.
unless you tell them. And then later they, oh yeah, that's why I felt like that. But otherwise, because like I said, no, we've tried and tested so many times that we have tried to come as close to taste wise.
It's
Okay.
a little psychological also, like
Yeah, it is
the
definitely
whole nutrition industry as a whole, like you have to play with the psyche of the client
That's
a little
true.
bit.
So that's the thing, no, that a lot of the entire food industry is doing that. They are just playing with the minds of, their customers.
Yeah.
In the name of health. It's a very sad situation, actually. For I think it happens all over the world. It's not just in India, but a lot of food industry, big companies, they promote their products as healthy, but unfortunately, I mean, they're not so healthy.
Yeah.
Right? They may replace one product with one healthy ingredient. Okay. For example, I had just posted a few days back on my page about this company which was promoting healthy cookies. It's just one example I'm giving you. Like there are loads of products in the market which are termed as healthy, but I can really, not just me, I'm sure most nutritionists and dietitians will point out a lot of things that are unhealthy in that product. So it's like it was a multi-grain cookie. Okay, which had some 7 grains that were used to make that one simple cookie. So it had like quinoa and jawar and all the good grains that we can use, which is great.
Yeah.
Okay, so the beginning, the front pack had like healthy cookies because it has multi-grain, it has 7 grains and everything, which is great. But when you turn the packet and you see the ingredients, it had like such a long list of ingredients and the oil that was used, luckily they were honest about that. The oil that was used for those cookies was terrible.
Okay.
The sweeteners, like there was sweet sugar in different names, not really written as sugar, but different terms used for sugar in multiple names. I would say there were 4 or 5 different names for sugar used in that product. Then chocolate, it was supposed to be a chocolate chip cookie, so the chocolate that was used was of very low grade so it's basically, I guess, we're just trying to spread awareness amongst the people, that don't be fooled by what you see on the shelves today, because people are getting a little health conscious. It's obvious that the food industry will want to come up with healthy products because they know that we have a target audience now. But be aware of what is happening, be aware of what is technically making something healthy. Just because one ingredient is promoted as healthy, there are 10 other things that are not so healthy in that product. So just don't be fooled. That's all we try to explain to even me. Like when I try to put up posts on on Instagram and all, it's basically just to spread awareness amongst, I mean, I'm not gaining anything out of it, but I truly take it to myself that it's my responsibility to educate people, because these are small things nobody talks about.
Understood.
I mean, no one will talk about this because the industry is benefiting from it. It's like a win-win situation for them. People want health food, you give them one healthy ingredient and put anything else you want in it, it's fine. People don't bother to read because they are not aware. Right? So we just try to spread awareness as much as we can. And in fact, I urge a lot of my fellow nutritionists and dietitians that spread the word around to your followers or your clients or your customers, that just don't follow things blindly, just in the name of health. Right? So we're just trying our bit.
So what's your best seller on the store? Like something which a lot of people are happy and ordering more of it.
So right now, since we have just started, like I said, it's just been a month.
Or something which you would want people to try out. Which you personally like.
Yeah, I think the granolas are doing pretty well.
Okay.
A lot
Any
of
specific flavor?
so we have three flavors that we have introduced right now.
Okay.
One is a dark chocolate granola. Then one is a classic cinnamon granola, and one is a grain-free granola. So all three are actually very different in taste.
Okay.
And I think the dark chocolate granola is what everyone's really looking forward to, and most of the people order that right now. But I think the grain-free granola is something I would definitely want people to try. Yeah, because I don't know, maybe it's the name grain-free granola, which people don't associate with. They don't understand, like, why is it grain-free, or why should I have grain-free? I mean, I don't need to have. They think it's maybe some other healthy type of granola.
So what's special about grain-free granola?
So the thing is, most granolas they are loaded with oats. Okay, as their base. And they do have a small amount of nuts and seeds. Okay, but the ones we make, we have really cut down on the grains, like cut down on the oats, and we've really loaded it up with nuts and seeds of different kinds, so which is actually beneficial for everyone.
Understood.
Right? And so that's what makes it different from the regular packaged granolas, firstly. And the grain-free one is without oats. So for someone who is, our normal Indian diets are actually pretty loaded with carbs in general, So, and normally when people have granola, they have it with, maybe milk or some curd or yogurt. Then they put some fruit in it as well, banana or something like that. So you're technically getting the carbs from the fruit and everything else that you're adding to it. So if you just want that little crunch, for that meal or for your snack, then a grain-free granola is actually good, because you're just adding those nuts and seeds that are there with a slight hint of, cinnamon.
It sounds quite interesting.
It is like, it's my personal favorite, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, that's something I always make and keep at home for me and my family, and we all really enjoy that. So that is one thing I really want people to try out. Yeah.
And you have so many recipes on your page, and just like you may be recommending a lot of recipes to a lot of people. So what's your favorite recipe out of all of them?
My favorite, as in like food wise or dessert wise?
Any recipe which you love to make or love to recommend to people. May not be that healthy, but something which it's like a comfort food for you.
So when if I'm suggesting to my clients, then it obviously has to be something healthy.
Okay.
Though I do tell them you can indulge in something you like once in a way, because that's what's it's something that's it keeps you in the loop.
Yeah.
If you just cut out everything completely, it just doesn't work for most people. So I do tell them you can eat stuff you like.
Yeah.
Just keep it to smaller portions. Don't have it every day. Cut down on your frequency.
Yeah, but one recipe which
I think the stir fried, just something that I really find easy, and a lot of my clients also find easy, is you take a lot of veggies and you just like stir fry them with some garlic and salt, pepper, and whatever herbs you want. I think that is one thing which is a great way to add vegetables to your meals, because a lot of people don't really enjoy the salads and the veggies and the sabzis and all of that. So that's my go-to thing, stir fried is something that goes with everything and anything, and something you don't get really bored of. So I think I would say that. Or maybe like the new ragi chocolate cake that we've just introduced. That is also something which turned out to be very, very nice, actually. Like people think of ragi cake and, they'll be like, who eats ragi in a cake? But it's actually a very well balanced one, and the flavors are actually very nice. So I think right now it's my current favorite cake, I would say, is definitely the dark chocolate ragi.
Got it. So you are a registered dietitian, an
Right.
RD.
Right.
So how do you become one, and what is it all about?
Okay, so basically, RD or the Registered Dietitian is an exam which is an all India exam.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a yearly exam which most I would say students from the nutrition field, if they want to work in the field of dietetics, like
Okay.
technically diet planning, or associated with hospitals and therapeutics and disease management and all of that. If you are interested in that field
Okay.
of nutrition, then it's RD is an exam you should. I'm sorry.
So it's not an online exam. It's not an online exam. Is it? It's more like an.
No, it's a proper exam where you have centers and you have to go and,
Okay.
it's a yearly exam which there's one particular date that's given.
Okay.
And you have to go and give that exam on that date. And it's not a very easy exam.
Okay.
Yeah, because not everybody clears it. It's one of the toughest exams we in the field of nutrition give. Okay. So when I had finished my internship, I immediately got a job. And I wasn't even an RD then. I had not even given my exam.
Okay.
Because you need a minimum of 6 months internship to be eligible to give that exam, to give the RD exam.
Okay. So you do a 12th standard. You do a BSc.
Yes, I did my 12th. Then I did my BSc degree where I majored in food nutrition and dietetics.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Then post that, I did my post graduation. I did a diploma in food nutrition and dietetics again, whereas you can also go for a master's in the field of nutrition. And then after that, I did an internship. You need a hospital internship basically
Okay.
to be eligible to give that exam, right? So I completed my internship, which I did at Nair Hospital in Mumbai, and then as soon as I finished my internship, I actually got a job.
Okay.
So I mean, a lot of hospitals at that point when I was just out of college, they did not give so much importance to whether you have given your exam or no, all of that. But I wanted to personally, give that exam and see where I stand, Though honestly, it didn't make much difference to my career after I cleared my exam, because I was working, then I took a break for my exam, I gave my exam, and I continued back
Okay.
at the hospital, and then I got my result and I cleared and everything. But a lot of hospitals unfortunately in India don't give importance to this RD exam.
Yeah.
It's not, it's a little sad situation, I would say, for the field of nutrition.
Okay.
Because there are not too many rules and regulations that we follow in India where food and nutrition is concerned.
Okay.
Though right now our the Indian Dietetic Association, that is the IDA, they are actually spreading a lot of awareness about the importance of going to a qualified nutritionist, giving people, even for people like us, giving the right amount of exams that we need, doing the right amount of courses, right? So you become an expert in your field.
Yeah.
Right? But the situation in India, I would say, like, a lot of short-term courses have come up in the field of nutrition. Like people do 3 months courses, and sometimes 6-week courses. They do the basics of nutrition, and they start calling themselves nutritionists. And they even work as nutritionists in certain centers, slimming centers, and even gyms for that matter.
Yeah.
So that's how sad the situation is. Like,
So how different is it? Like, I mean, how do you distinguish yourself from a normal nutritionist? Like, if you have done an RD, how different is it?
You mean how a nutritionist is different from a dietitian? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because there is a difference.
Okay.
So, like I said, in India, there people use it interchangeably.
Okay.
You know, a nutritionist
So
and a
there is a
dietitian.
difference.
There is a difference. So, a dietitian is someone who's more into dietetics. Like I said, they do actual diet planning. Like if you come to me, I can plan a diet for you. Not just not just weight loss and muscle gain and all of that, but a lot of dietetics is actually a very vast field where we study about a lot of disease conditions, oncology and kidney related, renal, cardiac, liver conditions. There are a lot of conditions. Disease associated, and then planning a diet according to the disease you have.
Okay.
Right? So, like I said, more in hospital setup. There's also critical care involved in that, where we plan RT feeds, that is tube feeding. Then we have jejunostomy feeds, where the food is directly put in through the intestine, surpassing all the your mouth and your stomach and all of that. So there's so much intricate detailing that is there in dietetics, which many people are aware of, right? And for a nutritionist, someone who works as a nutritionist, okay, they would be more involved in the food industry.
Okay.
Not technically only food industry. They could be working in other situations and other fields as well, but they wouldn't really be planning diets.
Okay.
They would be more like product development. Associated with you have a product, so what is the calorie count of that product? Like I said, product development.
Yeah.
So basically food industry versus diet planning and hospital setup. Like that is one major difference. So a dietitian can also, like I said, maybe do the role of a nutritionist in some situations, but someone who's really not into diet planning and into more into the food industry and works as a nutritionist may not be able to take the role of a dietitian.
Okay.
Right? So that is one major difference that is there. But I guess it's also a field of interest, for professionals. Like for me, I was always interested in diet planning. Like I had no, like when I was in college, my preference was always working with people.
Okay.
More into therapeutics, and now more into preventive care, healthcare. So it was more a one-on-one job for me. I didn't want to get into a industrial setup or a company or stuff like that. That was not my field of interest. But there are a lot of people who don't like to do diet planning because it's a very different field, and the kind of work is very different. It can get very complicated also. So like I said, it really depends on your interest. So someone who's not interested in diet planning, like I had a lot of my friends who were like, there was a straight no, we don't want to work planning diets. So they were more inclined towards the food industry. So that's the major difference between a nutritionist and a dietitian, I would say.
Like that's one thing which a lot of people, like you said, it's used interchangeably. So like we get confused of, I mean, it's taken as one and as the same. Like nutrition and a dietitian. So good to know that there is a difference.
There is a slight difference, yeah. But like I said, in India, it's not given importance. So I guess, like I said, we are all trying our bit to, spread awareness about it. And
it's always good to
also, though things are a lot different now, I feel, compared to when we just passed out of college. Things have changed quite a lot. And the idea is working towards, doing a lot more for people from this profession. So it's good.
Sounds great. You have 2 beautiful children. So how do you take out time to manage your work and family time? How do you balance it out?
I guess it's more just time management actually. because like I said, most of my work is online. Everything is pre-scheduled. There's nothing like just get a call and come on a call, or let's just do a session now. Everything, I mean, I plan everything in advance, like even if it's just one phone call, like it's always planned in advance that at this time we are going to be having a call, at this time we are going to be having this counseling session. So everything is planned in advance. So when I plan it in such a way that my kids are not suffering in any way. They are occupied with stuff they should be doing, and that's when I do my work. Also, it's become a little different now because of COVID and kids being home all the time. So it's different now, though earlier it was easier because when they go to school, you have that good amount of time to do your own work, which wasn't there now it's like everybody was there all the time. So. But I guess time management is just one thing that can just solve most problems.
That's great. And what's one thing you're tired of being associated with as a dietitian?
One thing, I think I would say weight loss.
I mean, okay, why is that?
So a lot of people think when they hear that, you're a nutritionist or you're a dietitian, that means, they'll suddenly have questions about, I'm not losing weight here. And everything is associated with weight loss. Like they just think the only thing we do is make people lose weight.
Okay.
Which is so not true. Because, we've put in so many years of studying in the field of nutrition, and weight loss or fat loss is just like, it's the first topic that we do, the initial easy topics, you begin in your field of in your course. It's one of those things, and then we get into really intricate details about different diets and how certain foods affect your body, and critical care, like I said, is also so there's so much more to us than just weight loss and fat loss, that it sometimes gets to you that people only think the only thing we do is weight loss, which is not true. That is, health is really, like, it's really sad because health is just related to weight nowadays. You just talk about weight and they think that, I'm fit, or I'm not fit, or I'm healthy, or I'm not healthy, or I need to lose weight. Sometimes the reasons to lose weight also are so weird. Like, it's nothing related to their health. People sometimes don't care about their health also. Their reason for losing weight is just something out of the world, you know. But I guess slowly, I think things will change.
Has there been any weird request for losing weight? Like you said, have you ever experienced anyone giving any
of course, not once, many times. Like
anyone you could specify and tell us.
So there was this one patient. She was where she had her brother's wedding.
Okay.
So she wanted to lose weight, like in 1 month. Like they have these really weird requests, like I want to lose like 8 kgs. Like when they come, they'll be like 8 kgs I want to lose in say 1 month or 2 months. Like I mean, and honestly, I am not someone who really gets into crash dieting or fat diets or anything that I mean, it's not tough to lose weight, honestly. Okay, if you want to lose weight, you just cut down on a few things and you lose weight. But to lose weight the correct way, without it hampering your health in a negative way, is something that we work on, So sometimes, like, I've actually refused, I don't know whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I've refused to take a few clients.
Sometimes you have to say no.
Because I'm sorry, but I don't work like that. We don't have this system of, you have to do this crash dieting so you will reach your result. So my aim is to get people fitter, lead a better lifestyle, and eventually they will lose that excess amount of fat in the long run, and they will see their health improve. This is something I am very confident of. The only thing is to change the mindset of people, that and a lot of counseling actually goes in that don't just see your weight improve your health, and you'll see everything else fall in place. Whether it's your sleep, whether it's your fitness, whether it's your diet, small changes, and you will see the difference in the long run.
Yeah.
Just don't go into those one time, 1 month I'm going to do everything and I'm going to get my result, and then you're very happy for like 15 days, and then you go back to what your life was.
Yeah.
And then you're back to square one. So actually you're putting your body under so much, so many sudden changes in such a short period of time that people don't understand what they are doing to their body. So instead of getting fitter, eventually they're actually harming their body in the long run. So yeah, I mean, that's what we are working on. I actually work a lot in that aspect only, like, trying to change the mindset of people.
Got it.
Yeah, maybe it's sometimes it's a loss also for me.
Yeah.
Like professionally.
Yeah.
But I guess work ethics, sometimes you have to just stick to that.
Understood.
Principle.
One thing which I wanted to ask is, so what's your favorite oral healthcare brand? Any brand which you use for your oral healthcare?
Oral healthcare.
And which is absolute favorite?
I think I would say Colgate.
Okay, Colgate.
Because that's something we've been using since we were kids.
Okay.
So till now.
That's why it's your favorite.
Yeah, I mean, we are not given too much importance to, seeing into the field of dental health.
Okay.
But I think, yeah, I would stick to Colgate if I had to.
Okay. And what are the 3 common myths which you see in the nutrition industry which you would like to address?
3 myths. I would say like I said, one would definitely be the weight loss thing.
Okay.
Where people just associate everything with weight loss.
Okay.
They think that if they lose weight, they'll be happy. Their life will be better. No matter, it doesn't matter how you lose weight. You just want to lose weight.
Yeah.
So they equate weight loss with happiness.
Okay.
Yeah, understanding?
Yeah, understand.
They think that some amount of weight loss will bring them happiness, which is not true. So I think that's one very big myth of this fitness industry. Second, I would say
something which you see and you say like that's not true, like,
Yeah. Another thing would be, like I said, we spoke about earlier, would be, you see something as healthy.
Okay.
Something shown as healthy to you may not necessarily
It's
be
marketed
healthy.
as being healthy.
Yeah, like, something promoted as saying, oh, this is good and this is healthy and this is good for you. And for someone who's actually started, consciously like eating healthy, so they see something on the shelf, like with big bold letters written as healthy, that's the first thing they pick up, thinking that they are actually doing a good thing to themselves, but not necessarily maybe healthy. For example, a lot of products are marketed as low fat.
Okay.
Or low sugar.
Yeah.
Low in sugar or no sugar or low fat.
Yeah.
And when you actually check the ingredients, for example, if you see something which is low fat, okay, this is very, very common. So I think I should let you know that when something is marketed as low fat, generally 99% of the times that product has so much of sugar and salt in it, because obviously the taste has to be compensated in some way, right?
True.
If you're removing something out of a natural product, you have to compensate for the flavor. See, for health products, the first thing people, even though it's healthy, they also, taste is very important. Okay, I mean, you may eat it once, but if you want to go back to that product, it has to be tasty. So if you're removing fat, you have to add in good amount of salt and sugar to make it tasty. Okay, so people think they're doing good to themselves, but they're actually not. Yeah. So that is another like very big, I would say,
myth,
in this
and just
health
another
industry.
one which you think is,
And another one, I would say, I think calories
Okay.
In our fitness industry now or health industry, there's so much importance given to calories. Okay, which is important. I'm not saying calories are not important, or calories that you eat throughout the day, or you're having a meal. So a lot of people think, oh my god, this is very high calories, so I shouldn't be eating it. Or this is low calories, so it's good for me.
Yeah.
Okay, irrespective of what the ingredients are, of what the product is, everything is equated with calories,
Yeah.
which is not true. Like, for example, a very simple example I would give is nuts.
Okay.
Normal nuts that we eat, even seeds. Now, they are very nutritious, right? But they are also very high in calories.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a very simple way of explaining that something may be high calorie, but it's still good for you. If someone is having a snack, sometimes people are so driven by calories, like they will see a packet of chips or something, or some snacky item which shows low calorie, like one packet is just 100 calories. So no matter what it's made up of, they will just take that packet and eat it because it's just 100 calories.
Yeah.
But they will not eat nuts and peanuts and almonds and walnuts because it's very high in calories. I'd rather not eat that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So they don't understand that the nutrients that you're getting, that is actually going to be beneficial for the body. The micronutrients, the all the components of nutrition that will actually benefit you is not important. But calories become the main the main target. Like, okay, if calories are low, that means it's healthy. So
How important do you think is the fixation with the weight scale? Like you said, with calories, like it's a number, right? Okay.
right.
Something similar is done with a weight scale. Like, people say, oh, you have what is your take on that?
Yeah, so like I said, a lot of people are obsessed with the weighing scale. Like I've spoken about this earlier as well, where they think that your weight, when you see your weight on scale, you feel that you think, oh, I've put on a lot of weight, so I am, like, they suddenly feel unhealthy, they suddenly feel fat.
Yeah.
Or if they have lost some amount of weight, they feel that, oh, now I'm feeling better, like,
Yeah.
I've lost weight, so I'm obviously fitter, I'm healthier. But the thing with weight losses on scale, you don't really understand whether you're losing fat or you're losing muscle.
Yeah. True.
Right? Which is the basic concept of any nutrition program. If someone wants to lose weight, or someone wants to put on weight, or if someone just wants to get fitter, like for me, if I just want to lead a healthy lifestyle, like, let me just try to improve my lifestyle. So what should I be doing? Should I be looking at the scale all the time? Maybe yes, you could keep that as a parameter, as one of the parameters of health. But
Okay.
it will not define your health, right?
Okay.
For example, like I spoke a few days back only, that someone may be normal weight, or within a normal weight range, for their height. People calculate their weight according to my height, I should be this weight.
Yeah.
Okay, which were things we used to use earlier.
Yeah.
We've studied all of this, and we even used it practically in our practice some years back. But these are very little faulty measurements of checking your weight. For example, like someone with the same height as me will not have the same weight as me.
Yeah.
Right? Because everybody's body structure is different.
Yeah.
Firstly, your genetics are different, the kind of lifestyle you lead is different. So you cannot let that number decide whether you're fit or healthy. Like, I may be thin and I may look very fit, but
Yeah.
I may have so many issues, like I cannot even walk for 10 minutes. I'm tired, I'm like panting. I have pain in my back, I have pain in my legs, I have pain in my shoulders, my joints are hurting.
Yeah.
Like, health is related to so many things, not just your weight. Compared to someone who is a little heavier on the scale, or if you look at them and they look on the heavier side, but they may be fitter than what I am.
Okay.
They may have more muscle mass, they may not have that much fat in their body, they may have more muscle mass, so obviously they are fitter, they are able to do their normal activities, they are able to walk a lot more than what I can, they are able to lift better things, do their normal daily activities with ease.
Yeah.
As compared to me, who even though being normal weight, may not be able to do it. So weight is really not something you should look for where health is concerned. Right?
Yeah.
Where health is concerned, I think weight is definitely not a measurement of
It's
your
not the right
fitness level.
measurement.
No, it's definitely not. And even when you're trying to lose weight, you're a lot of time, we actually spend a lot of time in counseling patients that when you want to lose weight, we want you to lose fat from your body. When we are actually checking your weight, sometimes people start dieting. Oh, I'm starting my diet today. Now in 15 days they check their weight, or not even 15 days, sometimes say in 8 days they have checked their weight and they have lost 2 kgs. Okay, now you don't know whether what have you lost. If you have done it the correct way, then probably you have also lose some amount of fat.
Yeah, true.
But initially it's like there's water loss. Sometimes because you're starving yourself, there's muscle loss. You're not really losing fat, you're losing muscle. So eventually in the long run you're going to get weaker.
Yeah.
It'll affect your skin, it will affect your hair, it will start affecting your hormones, it will start affecting your digestive system. So that weight loss, it just be because they want that weight on the scale to go low, they do anything, but they're actually harming their bodies. So a lot of times, like, we actually spend a lot of, I would say, sessions just counseling patients that your aim has to be fat loss. I am not going to see that weighing scale. I'm not going to give importance to it. I'm going to give more importance to your inches. Are you losing fat from your body? Because if you are, sometimes your weight is the same, but because you're exercising, you're eating correctly, for the next 2-3 months, if you follow a little discipline in your lifestyle, you will see changes in your body, you will see your clothes fitting you better. And these are things which happen. You will see your pant is got slightly loose. So that I have lost some amount of fat. It may not be very obvious, something people may not even notice, but you yourself will. So that's where fat loss ka full concept needs to be understood by people. And it is happening. We are trying our best, so hopefully it will get better.
And what's next for Mehvish Kazi?
What's next?
What are your plans? What do you see happening in the foreseeable future?
Actually, I kind of just take one step at a time.
Okay.
I have never really done advanced planning.
So what is that one step?
Somewhere, that I want to see myself here. I don't know, maybe I'm not very ambitious, but I'm very happy with the way things have gone, in the past 4-5 years. Even though it has been slow and steady, but there has definitely been a personal growth where my work is concerned, when NutriVibe is concerned. And I think I'm definitely looking forward to more work, exploring more areas. Like I said, I hadn't thought of I would be doing while working from home, but things are a lot easier now, more accessible. And I think it will get better. Like I said, though diet counseling is still my priority, and my main focus is my nutrition programs and improving people's health. But apart from that, I also plan to add in more products gradually for my health store.
Okay.
Come up with
That's wonderful.
add on to the products and add on to more healthy desserts and maybe snacks. I do have a lot of things in my mind. So I think slowly I will definitely get it on paper and, get it out get it out on social media.
Yeah.
And also planning to have like a few, these online sessions where we can have like smaller groups where we can pick up one important topic and, educate people about it.
Okay.
Right? Relevant, important topics, small topics, but that people will benefit from it. So these are things that I have been thinking about and I have been planning for a while. So let's see how things go, and hopefully, like, if things go according to plan, then definitely you will see more things coming up. at
That's
NutrieVibe.
great to hear. That's great to hear. So, if anyone wants to get in touch with you and or want to consult with you or just wants to connect with you, how do
Yeah.
they do that?
So we have our website,
Okay.
www.nutrivibe.com,
Okay.
which has all the information about not just me, but all the programs that we offer, from normal health related programs to disease management to, prenatal and postnatal care, and whether disease management, whether it's diabetes or hypothyroid, and basically every field, every all the information that you need is there on my website. So they can either connect with us through our website, where you just fill in your details with your contact number or email address and all of that, and we do get back to them at a particular time. That's one way. Or then people also get in through Instagram, that's how I started actually. So that is still like a source of way of people connecting to me. So they just directly get in touch through
Yeah. Yeah.
Instagram, and then we just exchange numbers and connect. So it's actually not so tough.
Then
You can just
I'm going to link everything in the description of the video down below, so they can click on that and directly contact you. So thank you for coming for this podcast, and it was
thank you for
lovely talking to
calling
you.
me.
And we'll again hopefully talk to you in the future soon.
Okay, thank
Okay,
you so much.
thank you. Good, right? Like,
Yeah, good. How many phone was ringing? This also must be coming, na?
that's okay. See, that's the thing. It's like, only thing is